Welcome to our 5-week update video. Just kidding. We have now owned our farmhouse for 5 weeks. Technically, it's not really a farmhouse because there's no farm, but it's the original farmhouse for this area. So it was built in 1917 and we have slowly been gutting it.
Yes, that's what we'll call it, gutting it.
Also, the original house is not large enough for what we have going on with our 5 children and our family that comes to visit. Both of our parents are getting older, so we need a space for them.
We work from home.
We work from home, so we just need more space than this small farmhouse has to offer. And the addition is a big hot mess. So the addition that's not original to the home is going, and we're replacing it with a much larger, better addition.
We're doing all or 99% of the work ourselves, and it's been an adventure so far. Lots of back-breaking demolition and repairing the old floors, building walls, things like that. But we knew about all this getting into it. One of the things we really wanted to make sure of that's a little bit outside of either one of our expertise is the architecture of it. So we hired an architect. Even before we had closed on the house, we visited with him, went and walked through the house and kind of got his take on it. And can we even do this? Can we not do this? That sort of thing. And he's been great, and he's got some really good plans that we want to show you.
Our architect is Swan from Swan Architecture, and he is amazing. We found him through a friend of a friend of a friend situation. He does a lot of big homes, high dollar homes, and so he's really just an amazing architect. And we wanted somebody that was qualified to help us take this old farmhouse and blend it with new farmhouse style, but make it look like not an addition.
Yeah, we don't want it to look like 2 separate houses that are mushed together.
Yeah, that's the worst thing when you have like an old antique house and then you put on an addition. But we also, I have some very specific design ideas, but I've never done this before. So the process has been interesting. We met with him, he gave us the initial plans, and then we brought out the red pen.
Jami brought out the red pen.
And then he sent us more, and I was like, that's not gonna work either. So finally I bust out the pencil and I do this drawing. But it was enough. Why are you laughing?
I'm gonna show him the drawing.
Oh, I know, that's why I did that. But it was enough that Zeb could understand what I was saying. So then he sketched it out in a way that we could send it to Kelly and he could understand where we were going.
So our original plans had a hip roof to match what the old home had, and Jami couldn't get across. She wanted it to be like this.
I wanted a roof like this. I don't know what it's called.
It's a gable roof. And she didn't know how to say that. And so we kept going back and forth and back and forth. I'm like, do you mean this roof? And she's like, yes!
Well, here's the thing is, I didn't realize why I wasn't liking the design, because I'm just like, that just doesn't look right to me. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh, it's because I needed this roof. But it took me a while to get to that point. Like, it was pretty confusing. And old farmhouses have flat fronts. There's not like pop-outs or anything. And Kelly has done more like modern architecture, I think, and so, or more detailed. And so he kept wanting to add like all these pop-outs and let's do this. And I'm like, no, like flat.
They looked great. They were very good looking. They were good looking elevations on the front of the home, but Jami's like, no. Like, just leave it flat.
They might be better looking than what we actually went with, but for me, I wanted a very like classic farmhouse look. I wanted to add some corbels, and I wanted to keep it simple because the original home is very simple in design. It's not anything flashy. So we finally came across, we got our point across, and we got some amazing plans. And then we also had to switch up in the inside of the home. Mm-hmm. I'm not into like nooks and crannies. I want to use every square inch of the space as best as humanly possible. So we got rid of like some hallways and some architectural detail, because for me, I'll add that with design, like later.
Yeah, or color or
corbels or woodwork, but I just like very flat straight lines. So we've got our final floor plan, so you can check it out here. It only shows the addition and the garage. The inside of the main house, we did not have him do that floor plan. That's completely Zeb and I. So hopefully it works out. It's a big open space.
It's basically a big square with a pantry and a bathroom in the corner.
So I feel like it can't go wrong. And the basement is gonna be the teenager's bedroom till he moves out, and then it's gonna just be storage, because we don't actually have a ton of storage in the floor plan, so that's gonna be storage down there in the basement, because the ceilings are how tall down there?
They're only they might be 7.5 feet tall. Like, I can't even extend my arm all the way up.
I think they're only 7.5 feet if you open it to the rafters.
Yeah, they're short.
They're pretty short, so it's not really somewhere that we're gonna put a lot
The
of
doors
space.
are barely 6 feet. Like, I have to duck to get through the doorways.
Zeb wants to do an exercise room, but realistically, you couldn't put a treadmill because you'd be touching the ceiling while you're on the treadmill.
Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day. It would just be too short. So it'll be storage and guest bedrooms and things like that. We are here meeting with our architect, Kelly Swan, with Kelly Swan Architecture, right?
Very
How's it
original.
going?
It's kind of like Jami Ray Vintage, only it's Kelly Swan Architecture.
Can't imagine how long I thought about that name.
Well, you think about it, and then you just come back and you're like, yeah, that'll work.
My wife told me I better stop thinking about the name and get to work.
That's about right.
Perfect. He's got some renderings and some stuff ready to go, so we're going to get to that and look at what he's done.
We haven't seen it yet, so.
Yeah. All right. So we got 3 different versions that we're gonna be looking at.
It's just like the TV shows. We have 3 options.
Yeah, we got 3 options.
Well, are you gonna name these options?
Version 1, 2, and 3, also original, just like
I like it.
Yeah, I like
it keeps it easy.
Oh, look, it's even your truck.
Nice.
Yeah, just to give you an idea of scale.
Okay.
With how much room you'd have in there. And I can pull dimensions as you guys want me to get an idea.
So deck size. What do you want? Do you want it to come out like
Would it be
just
weird
rectangular
to
here, or
come?
do you want to come all
Would
the
it be
way out
weird
there?
to come flush with this? I don't know.
Well, if you're gonna come all the way there, I'd say almost just like. Come
Then we
out.
lose so much yard. Okay.
Well, I could also make it like an L shape, so this is lower, and then you step up, because this is currently, oh no,
These are the
that's
same
gonna be
height.
same height, huh? I forget that.
Yeah, we could do a deck that kind of comes. I don't know. I mean, what are we really doing with that side of part of the yard anyways? Nothing. There's just gonna be a pool over here.
Under that tree, I bet you don't put a pool underneath the tree.
There's nowhere else to put the pool, so that's where it's gonna be located.
We'll talk about that later. We
We're
gotta
a pool
finish.
boy.
We gotta get to this point
Are
first.
you doing a hot tub?
Yeah.
Are you gonna put the hot tub on the deck?
No.
Is it gonna be recessed into the deck over here in the corner?
I wasn't planning on having. I was planning on just putting it like. I don't know. Do you?
Because if you're gonna do the pool out here and you want to have the hot tub close, you would just bring this straight out like that, and you would drop the hot tub into the deck.
That would be
Oh,
cool,
okay,
because then
yeah.
you don't have to like climb up into it.
Yeah.
You
that
just
works.
step into it.
And that gives you a reason to bring the deck out for the full space.
Yeah.
And then you got
And for whatever reason, the grass doesn't grow really good over there, anyways. So
so that's.
this is like later down the road. It won't
Sure.
happen for a while.
Let me show the angle.
So here's a little plug for Kelly. We have kind of an unconventional style. It's not like your standard house being built. And he has been super patient with listening to our needs and fully like willing to amend his plans to fit things like a bigger soaker tub.
Yeah.
Swap things so we have a ginormous walk-in shower, create an open studio space, because Zeb likes to, when he's editing videos, if he has to have it quiet, he wears his canceling headphones, but he likes to be with the family and able to like help manage things, so we have an open studio space for him. Things that most people would not normally want to have.
Yeah.
Lots of barn doors,
Sliding barn doors.
Yeah, lots of sliding barn doors, and we have a very interesting like mother-in-law suite set up for the in-laws when they came. He wanted to do more like a little separate walkout area, and he totally designed it so that way it works for us. So when you're looking for an architect, make sure you find somebody that's willing to listen to you and change things so that way they look good but also fit your needs. Don't forget, if you guys want to support our channel, help us make more content, visit JamiRayVintage.com for all your DIY paint and product needs. We do have a surprise in the house that we found that's gonna be on tomorrow's video. So make sure you hit notifications because you're not gonna wanna miss that. We've kept it a secret, so it's gonna be good. And be sure to subscribe to Jami Ray Vintage for more
DIY.
Hit the subscribe button.